Hello, everyone. This is Lada. I'm here with Nikola. I'm waiting for everyone to come gradually. Click on the links, and we're going to start this webinar, The Secrets of the Degrees, very soon. We're just going to wait out a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. Let's see how many. And I'll open the chat so I can see what people are writing.
You look nice. What did you do with your hair?
I had a shower.
Yeah.
That's something I can really have those
that.
Yeah. Okay,
so it's a shower hair.
Just a second. The chat. Okay, yes, I'm seeing everyone is in the chat. We have many people watching. People are saying they're so excited.
Great. Yeah, degrees.
Yes.
We want degrees.
Amazing theory. Let me prepare my little chart here. Just a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Само да видим си спремна. Нищо. Okay. No, it's okay. Буди поред телефона, като те звъни заđи. Talking to my wife.
Well, yeah, we can start now, I think.
Yes, we can. Now, though, this evening we are talking about my degree theory. I think we have mentioned it several times, here, and people realize that it is very good theory that we can use in practice while reading any chart, So this theory is something that people should use while they read any chart, because they will get lots of information they couldn't get using other knowledge. Okay. And I remember, when I started doing astrology, learning astrology, I bought, maybe 100 books, at that time. And I read it all, naturally, several times. And when I tried to use that knowledge, when I read any chart, it was good, but not good enough. I couldn't get many information with that knowledge. So my accident is work. I want to do my job perfectly well. And I asked myself, what is wrong? Because I bought more and more books, but knowledge was the same. And then, as I was born in the sign of Pisces, and Pisces rules with science, and what do scientists do? They investigate something unknown, So I start wondering, what is there in astrology? There must be some unknown knowledges. So I started to dig it, And what happened, I had 2 friends. They both have Mars in the sign of Gemini. Mars in Gemini, Mars is to have accident, to broke something. Gemini usually arm, So both of them broke their arms, And I had their exact time of birth, so I did their charts. And what happened? One broke his arm in his home, but another one broke his arm at work, So they both have, Mars in the sign of Gemini. So what did I see? The guy who broke his arm at home has the Mars at the 4th degree.
Yeah.
And the other guy who broke his arm at work had a Mars at 6th degree. The degree of work at work, So I start thinking, because all people who has Mars in Gemini one day must broke their arm,
Yeah.
but the places where it happens are different,
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So the guy who broke, and then I started thinking about degrees, about I realized that they give the difference, they broke their arms, but at different places, So that was the point. I started to think about degrees. Okay.
Mhm. Wow.
Okay. So we can continue. For example, if somebody has Mars at the first degree of Gemini, he
Mhm.
will broke his arm doing some sport.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
true.
Mars at the second degree, because the first degree is the degree that is related to the first sign of Aries. Okay.
I'll be writing them. I'll be writing the degrees.
Yeah, yes, you can write. So the first degree is the degree of the first sign uh, of Aries. Okay. Aries rules with sport. So, for example, if the Mars is at the second degree of Gemini, that person will broke arm in the kitchen. The second degree is the degree of Taurus, where we prepare food. Or in the nature, because Taurus rules also with nature. Maybe that person can climb on a tree and fell down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nature is ruled by Taurus. Okay.
Yes.
Mars at the third degree of Gemini. Uh, that is the degree of Gemini. So that person might broke his arm while walking, because Gemini is walking somewhere. And
Yeah.
Gemini is also driving car.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, good.
Oh,
Or
yes.
maybe Gemini rules with going down the steps.
Ah,
Because
stairs.
Gemini degree rules with corridors in a house or a building.
Yes.
Okay,
And the
good.
street. You said Gemini
In the
rules the
street,
street
yes,
as
yes,
well.
yes. The street too. Yeah, yeah. Mars to broke in Gemini arm at the fourth degree. That is the degree that is that is related to the fourth sign of Cancer.
Yes.
So that person will broke his arm in home. Cancer
Yes.
home. Probably in his mother's room. Cancer broke his mother. Okay, good. And he probably went
Or his mom
to
will
bring
break his
water
arm.
to his mother. He probably went to bring water, cancer water. What did you say? Sorry.
That maybe his mom broke his arm.
Yeah,
She got
yes,
upset.
yeah. Yes. Mars at the fifth degree, in Gemini. The fifth degree is related to the sign of Leo. So that person might broke his arm probably at school. Leo is the fifth degree, is related to the fifth sign. Fifth sign is related to the fifth house, high school.
Oh,
Or,
high
or
school rules,
yes,
Leo.
or in a restaurant. Fifth degree, the degree of Leo rules also with restaurants, cafes, and all places people are going out. Okay.
Yes, to have fun.
Okay. Mars in the Gemini at the sixth degree, the degree of Virgo. It means at work, while working something, you know.
Yes.
Or listen, also degree of Virgo. Virgo rules with pets, animals that
Oh,
live with us in our home.
yeah.
So you can walk with your dog, and fell and
Wow,
Mars
yes,
at the sea, yes, yes, as the sixth degree of uh,
Gemini.
Gemini. Mars at the seventh degree. It means you have a fight with your wife or husband, really, and not only fight with arms. They were fight arguing, and
Yeah,
they can broke their arms, something like that.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, or you are doing some artwork, because um, Libra degree rules with art. Somebody can do some artwork and fell and
Uh-huh,
broke his arm.
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Or you can go to court because the degree of Libra rules is going to court, and
Yeah.
somebody can fail there. Okay, Mars at the eighth degree, the degree of
Yes.
Scorpio. Uh, people might broke their arms during sex, if they have wild sex. No, things like that are happening.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. Or you are protecting yourself. Somebody is attacking us, and it's some kind of fight, and you can broke them because you think he might kill you or something like that.
Because
It is
11
the degree of
degrees,
Scorpio.
okay,
Uh,
some danger, in some dangerous
yes,
situation.
yes. When we are in some danger, or
Yeah.
we have a very dangerous car accident. Mars in
Oh, yeah.
Gemini, and at the 8th degree. Okay. Mars at the 9th degree of Gemini. Uh, we can broke our arms while we are studying, if we are students, or in some foreign country. People are nowadays traveling all around the world, and we
Yeah.
can go to some foreign country, and something happen and we can broke our arm, for example. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Or we can broke our arm, in a cinema because 9 degree, the degree of Sagittarius rules with going to cinema.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yes, yes. Or playing tennis, because Sagittarius also rules with tennis or riding horses,
Ah, yeah. Riding a horse.
Okay, okay. Mars at the 10th degree of Gemini. So people might broke their arm while skiing because that is the degree of Capricorn. Capricorn rules with skiing, with going to mountains, with doing mountaineering or something like that.
Uh-huh. And
They
snow
can
and
and
ice.
snow and ice. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Or if we are going to visit our grandfather, or
Uh-huh.
because that is
Because
the
Pisces.
degree of Capricorn to visit some old people, grandfather, for
Oh,
example.
what about career? Like, can it be like also connected to your work or to your?
Yes, it can be. And if Mars is the ruler of your sixth house, 10th house, or if Mars represents the job you're doing, at that moment. But also, let me finish. Mars at the 11th degree, the degree of Aquarius, 11th sign of Aquarius. People can broke their arm when they fall from some height, because Aquarius rules when we are climbing somewhere to pick something,
Oh,
when we are on
okay.
the ladders, because
Uh-huh. So
Aquarius
Aquarius rules.
too higher, Yes.
Uh-huh.
Or
Uh-huh.
if they jump, if people who are jumping from some reason, Okay. Mars at the 12th degree, the degree of Pisces, can bring people that can broke their arm while they are going to beach to swim, and maybe
Uh-huh.
some great whale, not whale,
Wave.
wave, yes, turn out, and people can broke their arm,
Yeah.
and also while sleeping. Many people fell from their bed while sleeping. Mars at the degree of Pisces. Pisces rules with sleeping.
Yes.
Or if we are in a bathroom, Pisces also as a sign rules with bathrooms. So
Wow.
that is the difference. So Mars in Gemini can give the same happening, breaking arms. But where, degree tells us in what situation.
And if you have Mars in Aries, for example, you can break your head or hurt
Yes,
your
yes,
head,
yes,
like
yes. Many,
injure your
many,
head.
many people who has that they injure their head. Yeah,
And if you have Mars in Aquarius, maybe you can break your ankle.
yes, yes, yes.
The sign will show the
When
body
jumping,
part.
while jumping.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
good.
So the each sign rules a part of the body,
Yes,
and
yes.
then you can see where it happens.
This the beginning of head is 0 degree of areas,
Aries.
and this is the 29 degree, the last degree of areas.
Uh-huh.
And here begins the 0 degree of Taurus because Taurus rules with down jaw and neck.
Uh-huh.
So this is 0 degree of Taurus, and here is the 29 degree of Taurus.
Uh-huh.
So you can, for example, if somebody has Mars at 5th degree of Taurus, so somebody will hit him here.
Uh-huh.
This
Uh-huh.
is the fifth degree. So
Uh-huh.
we can easily find out what we can what injury might be, what part of body.
Wow.
Okay.
And I have Mars in Aries, and I was hit as a child here.
Yeah.
Part of
Yes.
my
Yes. Yes.
hair was
Yes.
taken
Yes.
away, and
Oh. Yes. Terrible. Okay. Okay. And why it happened? Because you have Mars. I think you have Mars in your second house. Huh?
according to Placidus, yeah.
Yes. Probably somebody wanted to take something that is yours, because the second house is what belongs to you.
I
And
don't
you had
remember. I was a
quarrel.
baby.
You can remember. Okay, good.
But and
Uh,
then people are saying, can you say the other degrees? How they, the higher
yes,
degrees?
after the 12th degree, the story is the same, The 13th degree is also degree of Aries. The 14th degree is Taurus degree. 15th degree is Gemini degree. So we have again the same. 16 degrees Cancer degree, 17 degree Leo degree, 18 degree Virgo degree, 19 degrees Libra degree, 12, 20th, oh sorry, is Scorpio degree, 21 is Sagittarius degree,
Yes.
22nd is Capricorn degree, and 23rd is Aquarius degree, and we have 24th, it is Pisces degree. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So listen, we have only uh, from Virgo till Pisces, we have only 2 degrees of Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Aquarius and Pisces. Only,
Uh-huh.
Pisces degree 12 and 24. We don't have 36 degrees because there are
No.
only 30. Yes, yes. But from Aries to till Leo, we have 3 degrees. Aries degree as first, 13, and 25th.
Okay. Yes.
25th.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, okay.
And then 24th degree, 26th.
26th is Taurus degree. 27 is Gemini degree. 28 is Cancer degree, and the last one is 29 degree, the degree of Leo. And after that, we have the second sign, another sign, sun sign.
Yes.
The sun signs start with 0 degree.
That's the thing.
Yes. So I think we were speaking about that the 0 degree of each sign represent the basic characteristic of that sign.
The most pure one. Yeah.
Yes, yes, most pure one. Yes, yes, yes.
So it's very Aries. If it's 0 degree Aries, it's going to be very Aries place or whatever. If
Yes,
it's
yes.
0 degrees Taurus, very double Taurus, like kind of.
Yes, 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 yes. They like to eat, they like money, they like to sing, Taurus degree.
Yeah.
So yes. Gemini degree, they like to talk, they like to write, they have many cell phones, Gemini. Okay, good. So, but we can use degrees, and it is very, very easy in the chart to recognize what degree is what, because it is written. For
Yeah.
example, we can go to one chart. Just
And
a
people
minute.
are asking again, just to be certain, we only look at, we only
Yes,
look the number. We don't
yes.
round, we don't go
No,
down
no,
or
no.
up.
No, no, no. Yes, yes, you are right. We only look the number of degree, We are not looking at minutes, And do you see this chart? Huh?
Yes.
Yes. So we don't look for minutes, Only the number where are the degrees. So it is easy to see, And also we should also observe the cusp of our houses, because to my knowledge, the cusp of houses of each house is similar of similar importance as the planet,
Yes.
And
Uh-huh.
I will show you later, And so you have this chart. It is my wife's chart, Leah.
Ah,
Okay. So her ascendant is at 19 degree of Cancer. Okay.
Libra
The
degree.
Libra degree. And the most important thing for her is to look nice. Not only that, not only that,
And
but
she
as a
does?
woman, as a woman, and he is, very much a woman, because she is double Cancer. Cancer is, to be a woman, and her ascendant is at 19 degree, the degree of Libra.
Yes.
Yes, and she will do anything just to look nice. Trust. Yes.
I bet
Okay.
you enjoyed that.
Yeah, I am. Thank God. And look this. Her sun is the 25th degree of Cancer, so it is the degree of Aries.
Uh-huh.
And whenever she worked, she was a leader, she was a manager.
Uh-huh.
The sun to be the manager, the sun is at the 25th degree, the degree of Aries. So she behaves at work like
The
she's a
boss.
man.
Uh-huh.
And in all companies, she was a manager, in all of them.
Yeah, the
Okay,
boss. Number
the
one.
boss, yeah, number one, yes. And but she's only like that while working, not in our life together.
Yes, because the sun is
And
only
thank God. Yeah,
career.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. And her Mercury is at 14 degree. It is the degree of Taurus.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And when she drinks tea, what is very interesting, Mercury rules with tea. She likes to eat the rest of tea in cup. I have never seen something like that in
I
any
don't know.
other person.
To
Why?
eat it?
Why? Yes. When she drinks tea, she will tell you later. When she drinks tea, she has a habit to eat the
The
tea.
leaves.
Yes, the leaf. Why? Because she has Mercury tea at 14 degree, the degree of Taurus to eat. Can you imagine that?
Oh wow. So
Crazy.
Mercury rules tea. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Mercury rules with tea, and the 14 degree is the degree of
Taurus.
Taurus to eat something.
She eats the
Crazy.
tea.
Yes, can you imagine? I have never met a person like doing like that.
Amazing.
Okay, so the next planet is Uranus at 28 degree of Leo. It is the degree of Cancer, okay?
Yes.
And Venus is in the sign uh, of Virgo, but look the degree, the 7th degree.
Of
So
Libra.
her Venus is not weak, because Venus is in the sign of Virgo, in the sign of its detriment. But it is at the 7th degree, and her sister was very beautiful when she was young, because third house is her sister.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And she told me that many people, many men were in love with her. So,
Yeah.
okay. And there is also Pluto is at the 8th degree. The Pluto is in the sign of Virgo, but at the 8th degree, the degree of Scorpio. So her sister was also very sexy.
Oh
Okay.
yes, Scorpio, sexy plus Pluto,
Yes.
sexy.
And her fourth house, the house of ancestors, you will hear a story about her fourth house, is at the 27th degree, the degree of Gemini. Her fifth house is at the fourth degree of Scorpio. She when she became pregnant, she didn't know that. Why? Because a ruler of her, uh, co-ruler of her eighth house, the house of pregnancy, is Saturn at the 9th degree. She went abroad 9th degree when she was pregnant, but she didn't know she was pregnant because Saturn is square to Neptune. Neptune is planet that hides things,
Uh-huh.
so she
Heights,
didn't
yeah.
know she was. And look, Saturn was at the 9th degree, so she went abroad being pregnant, but she didn't know that because Saturn is in the eighth house, the house of pregnancy, square to Neptune. It was
Uh-huh.
unknown to her. And
Uh-huh.
when she found out, she was in Australia, then in Sydney. When she found out she was pregnant, she came to Belgrade because she wanted to give birth to her child in her homeland in Serbia, Why? Because she has the fifth house, the cusp of her fifth house is at fourth degree, the degree of Cancer. So
So,
she wanted her child to give birth in Belgrade, Serbia, and she did it.
and the fifth house is the body of the child. The child itself,
Yes, yes,
the eighth
yes,
house
yes,
is
yes.
the pregnancy, getting pregnant.
Pregnancy, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Look how degrees works.
Wow.
The
Wow.
fifth house at the fourth degree. So she was in Australia and she found out she was pregnant. She came back home to give delivery here, because the cusp of the fifth house is at the fourth degree, the degree of Cancer. Okay. Her sixth house is at 15 degree of Sagittarius. And look what is interesting. Um, Her first job, the cusp of our sixth house shows us what was our first job. Her first job when she was a student, Sagittarius to be a student, at the 15th degree, she was writing articles. 15th degree, the degree of
Gemini.
Gemini, yeah, to write.
Ah,
Articles about movies.
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius rules with movies,
And
Crazy.
it rules university. So
Yes,
she
yes. And
was.
she was a student, Sagittarius. She was writing 15 degree of Gemini to write articles, 15 degree about movies because movies are Sagittarius.
Wow.
Yes, crazy. And she'll earn
What
money out of it. What? Yes.
what shows the next job? How is next job?
Uh, the whole chart. Yes. Okay. 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 But she was in Curtin when she went to Australia. She will tell you that. She will tell you that later. Okay. And her seventh house is at the 19th degree of Capricorn.
Yes.
Okay. Her eighth house is at the seventh degree um, Aquarius. So look what happened. She got pregnant. She didn't knew she was pregnant, and when she found out she was pregnant, that pregnancy put her into marriage. Why? Because the cusp of eighth house to be pregnant, to become pregnant, is at the seventh degree, the degree of Libra to get married.
Uh-huh.
So when she found out she was pregnant, she called her boyfriend then, and she told him that she was pregnant, and then she said she doesn't want to get rid of it, and that she wants to get married, and he said yes.
Oh, but and also the Lord of the seventh house,
Is in the
Saturn,
eighth
is
house.
in the eighth. So marriage
Yes,
through pregnancy. Like what
yes,
you
yes, yes,
taught this
yes.
in the previous webinar
Yes, yes,
about
yes, yes. But also look the cusp of the eighth house at the seventh degree, the degree of
marriage.
Libra,
So it's
So
like
she got
double.
pregnant.
It confirms.
Yes, yes. Okay. And the next planet is the moon at the 17th degree, the degree of Leo. And she is very proud person. She has the sun in the first house, and also the moon, the ruler of her ascendant, is at the 17th degree, the degree of Leo. So she is very proud person, and if I don't respect her, she would be very mad.
Yeah,
So,
because the
but,
moon
but
rules the
I
whole
am
horoscope.
respecting her very much because she deserves it. What?
And the moon rules the whole horoscope, the ascendant. So
Yes,
it
yes, yes, yes.
shows her
Okay.
personality.
And yes, and the ruler of her first house is in the eighth house. She is also a very sexy person, as well.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Okay, okay. The ninth house begins at the 29th degree of Aquarius. It is the degree of Leo. And in the ninth house, she has Jupiter in Pisces at the degree of Pisces. And her very first going into some foreign country, she went to Australia. So from Serbia, she went to Australia, to very, very far away country, surrounded by the oceans. It was
Pisces.
Australia because Jupiter is in the ninth house to go to some foreign country. in Pisces very far away at the degree of Pisces, you know. So that is country surrounded by large sea, you know.
Uh-huh.
Australia is surrounded by lots of oceans, you know.
Yes.
So we can see she went to Australia and she stayed there for 9 years in Sydney. Okay.
Mhm.
And later from Sydney, she went to America because Jupiter is in trine to Mercury in the 12th house. Also, she went to 12th house to faraway country from Australia to America. Why America? Because Mercury rules with her fourth house, house of living, in 12th house to some faraway country in the sign of Cancer. America was born as Cancer. Okay.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And,
Yeah.
and,
So
America,
the
and America is the country she loved the most.
Oh, okay, because it feels like home to her. Mercury
Yes,
rules
yes,
the
yes,
fourth
yes,
house of
yes,
place of living.
yes, 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 yes. That's her story, you know. Okay. Uh, uh, so her 10th house is at the 27th degree, the degree of Gemini. Her 11th house are at 4th degree, the degree of Taurus. And look, she was living, she had been living in foreign countries for 26 years, I think.
Mm.
But all her best friends, 11th house best friends, are from Serbia, you know. Why?
Cancer.
Because
Oh,
yes, because 11th house is at the 4th degree, the degree of Cancer. People from their land, you know, from their homeland. Okay, good. Naturally, he also had friends with people from other nations, but her best friends were people from Serbia because of the 4th degree. Okay, and 12th house is at the 15th degree of Gemini. So Gemini and the degree of Gemini, and as a young child, as a child,
mhm.
Gemini to be a child, she had asthma, you know, because
Breathing.
12 degree shows us what disease can we can have, you know.
The 12th house.
Yes, yes, yes. Not only six, not only accident. So
Mhm.
the 12th house is, you know, disease that we can hardly can heal, you know.
Mhm.
That is the 12th house. So for many years she had asthma because 12th house is in Gemini at the degree of Gemini. Gemini rules with the breathing, you know, and
The lungs. Yeah.
lungs also. And for many years she went to the seaside because Mercury is in trine to Neptune. Neptune rules with sea, and after 10 years she healed it,
Oh,
and
wow.
she never had asthma again because of the good aspects, you know.
Uh-huh.
Because
Yes.
Mercury, ruler of the 12th house, is in trine to Neptune, trine to Jupiter, sextile to Venus and Pluto. So she is healed now, you know. She doesn't have problems like that.
And it means that her, even if she ever gets any kind of difficult diseases, she would always heal from them because it only has
Yes,
good
yes, yes,
aspects,
yes, yes,
Mercury.
yes, yes. Bravo, bravo, Ladi, yes. And but look what's going on. You know, we can't lock our planets. You know, they are working while we are alive, and even they work also when we are not alive. uh, all the time, you know, we have been together for 3 years, and many
Oh.
times it happened that she lose cell phone, she lose documents,
Uh-huh.
keys of the houses. Why? Because 12th house is what we lose. In Gemini, at the degree of Gemini rules with cell phone. She also forgot, can you imagine? She forgot her new laptop and LA airport.
Wow. So she's
She
very
forgot
forgetful
to take it, you know.
about all Gemini stuff. So, guys,
But,
whatever you
but
have on the 12th house cast, these are
yes, yes.
things you're going to be losing and
Where is
forgetting a
my
lot.
ID? Where is my passport? You know, every second day, where is?
Keys is Gemini,
And
books,
yes, keys also, Mercury also.
internet.
And
Yeah.
listen, 2 days ago, she had to go to bank to pick up some money, and she came from bank and she told me, I lost my ID, you know, because you can't, you know, without ID you can't take money. And
Papers.
Mercury, yes, Mercury, Mercury was is in the sign of Taurus. I told her you probably lost it in bank, you know, Taurus rules in bank. And she went back. She went back to bank, and they found it there. It was lost in a bank. Because Mercury 2 days ago was and is now in the sign of Taurus. Taurus rules in banks.
So basically, if we forget something or lose something, we should look at the ruler of our 12th house
Yes.
and see where it is currently, in what sign,
Yes, yes, yes.
and maybe
And
try.
when she told me she lost her ID, first I went to kitchen because my Mercury documents was in the sign of Taurus. Taurus also rules the kitchen. So I searched all the kitchen and I didn't find it there. Kitchen is Taurus, and I told her it must be in a bank. Go back to bank, and she went to bank and it was there.
Wow,
And
amazing.
what's really also interesting how aspects are working. Mercury is in trine to Jupiter, as also in trine to Neptune, and fantastic good aspect trine, and sextile to Venus and Pluto. All the time she's losing something, all the time she's finding that.
Yes.
And in the beginning, when we start our relationship, I was very nervous because, every second day she lost something, and it got on my nerve, and I started, screaming, are you normal? What are you doing? And when then I remembered her chart, and I stopped losing my nerves because every time she finds it,
Yes, because it only
and
has
I,
good aspects.
and I start laughing about it. But in
Wow,
the beginning, I was, very nervous about it.
amazing.
We should, for example, the next day we should go to some foreign country, and suddenly she tells me, "Where is my passport?"
Passport Mercury again.
I got mad. Okay. And in 2 hours, she's fine. This.
Amazing. It works so great.
Yes,
And
fantastic.
people are asking, what if it's a retrograde planet? How do you look at the degrees
Yes,
there?
I will show you this
Ah, okay.
chart. I will show you this chart. This is chart number 2. Can you see it?
Yes.
Look at the fifth house. This woman, she has Pluto at 14 degree of Libra retrograde in the fifth house. So, retrograde planets repeat the same situation, the same happening. So Sheila, her two boyfriends died in a car accident.
Because fifth house is
Her,
boyfriends. Yeah.
yes, boyfriends are fifth house. Why in car accident? Because Pluto is at the 14 degree, but retrograde planets has the influence also at the degree from where they came from.
So
So this
15.
Pluto has influence also at the 15 degree, and 15 degree is very dangerous for car accidents, very dangerous.
Because
For
it's Gemini.
example, it's Gemini
Gemini.
degree, but all other Gemini degree are not so dangerous for car accident. Third degree is also Gemini degree, and 27 degree is also Gemini degree.
Yeah.
But 15 degree is the worst because I have seen in my practice so many car accidents.
Wow.
People are having some planets or the cusp, even the cusp of the house when it is on 15 degree. That person that is represented with that house might die in car accident. For example, if somebody has, like she has, the sixth house at the 15 degree, her colleague from work also killed in a car accident.
Wow. Yes.
Sixth house,
Colleague, sixth house
15 degree, in Scorpio.
in
So,
death and 15 degrees car accident.
so
Gemini.
retrograde planets has influence at the degree from where they come from.
Okay.
Okay,
Wow. All right. Yeah.
that's
That's it.
about retrograde. Um, so it is very easy to see on what degrees each planet or each cusp of the house. Very easy.
Like Leah's chart, Neptune is the 10th degree, but it's retrograde, so it also is the 11th degree as well.
Yes, yes. And
Okay.
all her boyfriends were older before
10.
getting.
So it counts both degrees. For retrograde planet, both the degree
Yes,
they're on
both.
and the
You
previous
know,
one.
they were older because of the 10 degree, the degree of Capricorn, older than her, 5, 7, 10 years. And after they break, they become friends because Neptune also has influence at 11 degree, the degree of Aquarius, to be friends.
Friends.
So
Amazing.
she has friendship, with her ex-boyfriend. Also. And
Uh-huh.
also, one of the ruler of the fifth house, boyfriends, is in 11th house, the house of friends. So,
Friends. Mars.
so after they broke, they have become friends.
Yes.
Hmm. And in the beginning, when we start relationship, I was a little bit jealous, because she was a friend with the ex-boyfriends, But when I see her chart, it's normal, So I stopped being jealous because it is normal for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The Lord of the 5th and the 11th.
Yes,
Boyfriends
yes, yes,
equal
yes.
friends. Yeah.
Okay, good. What else should I say? So it is easy to see where are the planets and on what degree.
Hmm.
So when we analyze what we should do, we should observe the sun, the sign where is planets, the house in which the planet is, and the degree also, and naturally the
Hmm.
aspects. You know.
Hmm.
Okay. So without degrees, we don't have much information.
And
For
people were
ex-
saying, because in the previous, when we were talking on the interviews, you were mentioning degrees that give special influence. Uh,
yes. We also have degrees that has a special influence. Do you see me now? Huh?
yes.
Okay, good. So the first one is second degree. Uh, that degree also has the influence of the second sign of Taurus, but the second degree represents something of the most importance,
Something of
something
the
magnificent, something the best.
best, like.
Yes. For example, if you have the fifth degree at the second degree of some sign, you will want from your child to be the best in school,
Uh-huh.
in everywhere. Or you will have the best boyfriend in school, will be yours, for example. If you are going in primary school or high school, and when you start having dating, doing dating, you will choose the best boy in school, the best boyfriend.
Yes, very high
Yes,
very
yes, yes,
high
yes.
manifestation.
Or if somebody has the sixth house, the house of job at the second degree, that person will try to find job in the best company.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the
Yeah.
best company, for example, in Coca-Cola or in
Yeah.
Microsoft or Google. So the second degree means the best of something.
Yes.
I will show you later example for second degree.
Yeah.
Uh, the next special degree is the fifth degree. We were speaking about it. The fifth
Hmm.
degree gives someone who is the sexiest, very sexy,
Uh,
the
the
most
most
erotic.
attractive.
Yes, yeah, attractive. Yes. The fifth degree, and also fifth degree is also the degree of Leo, naturally. But as a special degree, it gives the most attractive people. Okay.
Sexiness.
The second special degree is 15 degree
Uh-huh.
of each sign. 15 degree is very bad for car accidents.
Okay, car accidents.
Yes, not good at all. The next special degree is 18 degree. That is the worst degree. It is, I call it the devil degree.
Sorry,
Not
it's the
good.
devil degree.
Devil, yeah, very bad. Very bad. It gives very bad, we can meet very bad people, 18 degree. For example, if somebody has planets in the seventh house at 18 degree, so it means that the husband or wife would be very mean people, very bad very bad people, you know.
Wow.
Or
I'm
if we
writing all
have,
this down.
you know, if we have some planets in the third house at 18 degree, it means that brother and sister might be very evil, you know.
Mean people.
Or some neighbors, third house, you know,
Yeah.
not good degree. And
Mean
that
neighbors.
degree also, yeah, mean people. And that degree also gives some very hard diseases, you know, that it is hard to heal. You know.
Oh.
Not good. Not good at all. But that 18 degree also is the degree of Virgo too. Yes.
So it can mean work and job and
Yes, yes, yes,
those
yes,
things,
yes.
not necessarily
Yes, yes.
always that you're gonna
But
get.
you know, it must happen once in life that somebody meets somebody who
Someone.
is very evil, you know, very evil. People like that exist, you know, we all know that.
Someone says,
They are not only in movies, you know.
yeah, it's true. Someone says if it's at the fifth house, 18 degree, that would be their boyfriend. That might be like that, isn't it?
Yes, naturally. Yes, yes, yes. You know,
What
you
about?
know one house doesn't represent only, for example, children, boyfriends, you know, or we can go out somewhere to some restaurant and to meet there some very bad people, you know.
Very mean. What someone is asking, can 18 degree also mean that a person has very bad luck?
It might, yes, yes. You know, when it was 11, September 11, the sun was at the 18 degree of Virgo.
Oh, wow.
Look what happened on that day, you know, when it
Wow.
was September 11. The sun was at 18 degrees.
And what
You
if
know.
your ascendant is at 18 degree? Then you're the bad,
Oh, yes, yes,
or you
yes.
might get some.
You know, that person might be normal, you know, for you know almost all life. But you know, later in life, because ascendant is much stronger while we are older, you know, it
Uh-huh.
ascendant becomes stronger and stronger, you know. And later in life, might become very evil. You know? They might do something very evil.
Yeah.
Not, you know, from the very beginning of our life, maybe in 50s, 60s. You know. They might do something very evil. Yes.
Wow, my husband.
If the chart is correct, you know.
If yeah, it might be one,
Yes,
two
yes, yes,
minutes
yes,
off. And
yes, yes.
someone is
And
saying
you know,
18 degrees in the midheaven. Is that like, what does it mean? Maybe even old people?
you know, if the chart is correct, it might
The
give, you
boss.
know, where the boss who is very evil, you know, very bad guy,
Yeah.
or that person might become boss when one day in evil way. You know,
Uh-huh.
the cusp of the 10th house is how you watch in what way we will become boss one day.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that person might do something evil, or that person has some evil chef, you know, or her father or mother very evil people.
Yeah, the 10th house. What about the second house? 18 degree with second house.
Um, maybe that
Someone can.
person might get money in evil way, you know, try to
Hmm.
get money in evil way.
Oh, wow.
And listen, it doesn't mean if somebody has planets at bad degree, you know, evil degree. 18 is not good, and 22nd also. 22nd degree is the next one, very bad one, you know. To kill or to be killed. It doesn't mean that that person will be killed, because our chart is not only our chart. Because in our chart we can see all people we met in our life.
Hmm.
you know
Yeah.
you know third house is brothers, sisters, neighbors. Fourth house, you know, fourth house can be also be a person if we are renting our home. Fourth
Okay.
house might be, you know, the person from whom we are renting that home, you know.
So the landlord might get
Yes,
killed, or
yes, 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 might be evil, you know.
yeah.
So and the fifth house are our boyfriends, children, but also the fifth house is the part of life when we go to high school,
Hmm.
you know.
Oh,
So
yes, high school.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, high school. So you know, if somebody has, for example, planets in the fifth house at, for example, 22nd degree, we can hear later that one of our the students colleagues, you know, he has been killed, because of the
Schoolmates. Yeah.
22nd degree.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that your children will be killed or
No, it
that.
doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh, good. Good to
Yeah,
know that because people were freaking out. They were
yeah,
like in
I
the
know.
chat
But
room.
astrology is not a fun, only fun.
No, it's
When you
not.
get to know the higher knowledge of astrology, I tell to my students, at the first class, you should be aware that you will see lots of bad things also. This is not a joke. This is not, astrology is not fun. Because astrology works with all that's happening in the life of all people. There are also
It's
bad
true.
things. And when you find out the secrets of degree and other things in astrology, most of people become very frightened. And I was, when I was entering the knowledge, I became also frightened. But I got used to it. This is my work. What will
Wow, it is
happen will
scary.
happen. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
we
life.
can't sit and freak out for that. And
Yeah, yes. We should live. We all should live. People are making mistakes. They are afraid of million of things. And they forget to live. No,
yeah, like
really.
like you said, you saw with your previous marriages that they would end, but you still love the person and you still
Yeah,
gotten
naturally,
married.
naturally. And one day, you will one day in future you will divorce. So what? We should live in this moment. And if you
Yeah.
love one person in this moment, you should love him, or her. And what will happen in 10, 15 years? Who cares? It will happen what must happen. So life goes on. Life goes on.
Are there more degrees that are
The
special?
meaning of to live is to live.
The
That
meaning
that
of?
is of a life is to live
It's
life.
a bit- Yeah.
Just live it. Just too many people. For example, if you are very fast and you are doing athletic, you can't sit in your home. You should run. So
Yeah.
we should live. All people should live. And if something bad happens, so what? Life will go on.
True.
We can,
Absolutely.
there is a saying, we can cry over split milk. Just go on.
Yeah, people have car accidents, they carry on. People have
Naturally,
mean people
naturally.
around them, they carry on. They're sometimes mean
They
and they carry
exist.
on.
But there are also good people. Not only mean.
Yeah.
And we should try to avoid mean people and then to meet good ones. So we can do it. And in our chart, there are all people we meet. 10th house is our boss or our father or mother. Sixth house are our colleagues.
Mhm.
For example, what I say, uh, that is also my invention. How to use bad energies working for us. For example, if somebody has the moon conjunction Saturn in the sixth house, it means that one day that person might get cancer because that aspect rules with cancer. So what I said to that woman,
Moon conjunct Saturn. Moon conjunct
yeah,
Saturn rules Cancer.
it's very often it happens that person might get cancer with that aspect. Moon
Uh-huh.
conjunction Saturn on Moon square to Saturn or more opposition to Saturn. And
Mhm.
what I say to that person, what she should do, because I told her, one day you might get cancer, you must go to doctor. Being older, you must check your body, more often, and you should live healthy life and eat healthy food. What can we do? What can we do? And I told her, Moon also rules with dogs. So I told her, sixth house are our pets, our pets. So I told her, instead of having cancer, you should take care of sick dogs.
Ah,
It
so it's
is
like a
much
remedy.
better. Yes. It is much better to take care of sick dogs than to get cancer.
So
So
this
she
will
listened to me.
you change the energy and you put it into
Yes, yes,
something
yes,
better.
yes, yes. So she started taking care of, when she sees sick dog at street, she will take him home and take care of him. And she's doing good things, helping dogs, and she's protecting herself. It's good, you know. It's good. So
Wonderful.
there
Yeah.
is a way. There is a way. What we can do, you know. There is a way.
Mhm.
Okay. So what we will talk. Yes. So all planets and in our houses, it's not only us. It's other
Hello?
people. Too. Other people. Too.
Hello?
Hello. Do you hear me?
Sorry,
Hello.
sorry, it interrupted for a little bit. Can you repeat?
So the planets in our chart are people we met,
Mhm.
you know, in our life. So our chart is not only our chart because we live with other people. So all people we met in our life are in our chart, and planets represent them, not only us. Do you understand? So if somebody do you hear me? Huh?
Now I do. It was interrupting. So planets also are the people in our life.
Yes, yeah, other people. So if somebody has some planets at a very bad degree, doesn't mean that something very bad will happen to the owner of the chart. You know? Doesn't
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
But we meet bad people, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah. You know, I have Neptune in my third house at the second degree of Scorpio, and my very good neighbor was one of the greatest killer I ever met in my life. You know,
Scorpion
really,
killer.
we were very good friends, and we starting visiting each other. And we were when it is a hot day, we used to sit in his backyard drinking beer and playing chess. He
Uh-huh.
likes to play chess. And suddenly she started talking to me how many people he killed.
Oh
He
wow.
did it for government.
Uh-huh. Was a joke.
Not only ours. He was rented killer because he knew Arab.
Uh-huh.
He was raised in some Arab country, but he was white. And he was fantastic good agent because Arab people don't expect that white guy can speak so good Arabian.
And because Scorpio rules Arabic countries.
Yes, yes, yes. And he was rented to some other governments also. And he told me he has killed 75 people,
Wow, like
each.
a sniper.
And I was in shock, I couldn't believe it, because he was my friend, I didn't know that naturally.
Wow.
And then I took his chart, data for chart, and he has, Mars in Scorpio at the second degree.
The best killer.
The best killer. Nobody catch him ever.
Wow. Oh my
Crazy,
God.
And I saw him once, in some action. And not he didn't kill anybody, but he was, fighting with some guy. He did it. He put him down in 5 seconds. He's a master of martial arts also. And one day we were walking together in the street, and I saw him very frightened. He saw some guy, and I saw the fear in his eyes. And later, I was very surprised how can he can be frightened. And later I asked him, what went wrong? Who frightened you? What happened? He told me, I saw my boss. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? His boss is much worse than him.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
That's scary.
So you listen, Neptune in Scorpio in my third house. So one of my neighbors, Neptune, at the second degree. And all main criminals are my neighbors. Whenever no, really,
Scorpio.
all,
Yeah,
all
Scorpio in
top,
the third house.
all top criminals are my neighbors. Whenever I go to live, they are here. Yeah, I got used to it. I got used to it.
Oh my God.
They are very good neighbors. They are very good neighbors.
They're the best. Second degree.
They're the best.
The
Crazy.
best
So
killer
I
is the
have
best.
I have Neptune in my third house neighbors in Scorpio at the second degree. Crazy.
Amazing.
Okay, good. And now I live in a new part of town, and I'm wondering who is the new top criminal here because I haven't seen him yet.
You'll find him out.
He will show on. Yes, he will show up. He will show up. Good. Okay. Can we make a break? I will call my
Okay.
wife. She will come here, and we will talk about her fourth house. Her
Okay.
fourth house is empty, no planets, and begins at the 27 degree of Virgo.
Hmm.
And you will see how many details you can get out of it.
Perfect. Yeah. So even if you have empty houses,
Yes,
you will
yes,
be
yes.
able to.
But
Okay.
we
5
have break
minutes.
1 minute.
Five
Okay, come
five
on.
minutes we can take.
5 minutes. Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, guys. See you in a bit. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Leah.
Do you hear us now? Huh?
Yes.
But she cannot see us because
Okay, okay, okay.
I
You will.
I see you.
I just want to represent my wife, Leah.
Hi,
That I
Leah.
love very much, and she knows that. Okay.
We've been speaking a lot about you.
Yes, yes, yes.
he's gossiping behind my back. Huh?
Yes, I am. But then now I'm gossiping in front of you. Okay. Now we will talk about uh, her chart. Let me see. What's going on? Do you see the chart now?
Yes.
You can see it, huh?
Yes.
Look at her fourth house. Her fourth house begins at 27 degree of Virgo. So it is the degree of Gemini. So fourth house represent our family name.
Mhm.
Her family name is, I will tell you in Serbian and we will translate it later, is Golubovic. You know, her name is Lepasava Golubovic, Lia Golubovic. And
Mhm.
Golub means it's a bird. That means,
Golub is a pigeon. So kind of like my maiden name means pigeons.
Uh-huh.
so you know, we can even see family name or name of a person. You know, if we use also degree and other knowledge from astrology. You know, so her fourth house, her
Uh-huh.
family name is at the 27 degree, the degree of Gemini. Gemini rules with birds.
Uh-huh. Gemini rules birds. Yeah.
Yes. And Mercury, that's why Mercury, the planet ruler of Gemini, is in the sign of exaltation in Aquarius. Aquarius rules the sky. So
Uh-huh.
birds are flying, you know. They are in
Yeah.
the sky mostly. So Gemini and Mercury are birds. So her fourth house, her family name, has the same name as a bird, you know, one bird.
Wow. Just from the degree you can see that.
Just from the degree, just, you know, there is no Mercury in the fourth house, you know. People from with Mercury in the fourth house can have, you know, family name that is the same like some bird name, you know.
Mhm.
But she only, and her Mercury is the 14 degree, so only the cusp of at the 27 degree gives that, you know. Okay,
Yes.
okay, good. And also, you know, when she was young, when somebody has fourth house in the sign of Virgo, Virgo rules with animals that live with us, with our pets.
Uh-huh.
So when somebody has fourth house in the sign of Virgo, all their life they will have pets in home, living
Wow.
with them. Okay.
Yeah.
And Leah, they had family dog. Why dog? Because the ruler of fourth house family and the house where they lived is Mercury in the sign of Cancer. Cancer rules with dogs.
Uh-huh. Cancer is
Okay.
dogs. Yeah.
And she was the one who was walking, the only one walking the dog.
Yeah, I was the one always walking the dog. No one else wanted, and I feel the most obliged. So kind of like that was my like duty while growing up. And my Mercury, as Nikola said, it's on 14 degrees of Cancer, but it's actually Sirius called Dog Star. So
Yes.
somehow I always had dogs in my life, and I was always that kind of like dedicated dog walker.
But listen, why was she the one to walk the dog? Because her fourth house, you know, family where he lived, the home also, is at the 27 degree, the degree of Gemini to walk, you know.
To
So
walk.
she
Yeah.
was, you know, all the family, you live with your father,
Yeah,
mother, and
father, mother,
sisters,
sister. Yeah,
and grandmother, who else?
yeah. There was kind of like extended family actually. Kind of like we had uncles and aunts. We lived kind of like in kind of family compound, if I can call it like
Yeah.
that. And I was the one kind of like taking care of these kind of animals. I mean, dogs, and they're kind of like walking and moving around.
Yes, because she had the fourth house at the 27th degree, the degree of Gemini in Virgo, you know, the pet. So she was the one who walked the dog, the only one. Okay, yes.
Wow.
Okay, and she didn't like it because she has a Mercury to walk in the 12th house. She was lazy for that. Okay,
Oh.
okay. And also, she is renting her flats. she's letting out her apartments. She has 3 apartments in America, Miami, because the ruler of her fourth house is Mercury in the 12th house, faraway country, in the
Oh.
sign of Cancer, America, and she has 3 of them there, and 2 apartments also here in Belgrade, yes.
Yes.
And the fourth house also represents people who will be tenants, okay? And the fourth house begins at the 27th degree, the degree of Gemini. So
Yeah.
tell.
So kind of like that's really interesting that my 2 apartments here in Belgrade, I do not have kind of like what we can call like normal tenants, but rather I have 2 accountants, and they
Uh-huh.
don't live in those apartments, but they run businesses. So in both apartments, I have accounting companies.
That's Virgo.
Yeah,
Yes,
that is
Virgo,
Gemini.
they are
very,
working
yeah.
there, so they are not only,
Weird.
they don't live there, they work there, and they are doing job accounting. Yes,
Yeah.
but listen, what in astrology is accounting business. 27 degree is the degree of Gemini. Gemini rules with papers,
Uh-huh.
And Mercury, ruler of her fourth house, is at the 14th degree, the degree of Taurus. Taurus rules with money.
Money.
So
Yeah.
that is accounting business.
And also that she's making money from her flats that are rented.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
exactly. Yeah.
yes, yes,
This
exactly.
Taurus degree. Mercury is in a Taurus
Yes, and
degree.
also, the fourth house represent all the places in the world where we will live. And
Mhm.
we can change countries, places, but we will again and again live in the same astrological situation.
Uh-huh.
We will have the same astrologically the same flat, surroundings and our neighbors. So she has the fourth house in the sign of Virgo. What does it mean?
Yeah, like usually, I mean, it has kind of like couple of meanings, but it always happens that I live somewhere close to green markets, like farmers market, libraries or bookstores, and or also
Bookstores and libraries, because it is the
Gemini. Yeah,
Gemini degree.
yeah.
Gemini degree, yeah.
Gemini rules with
Well,
books and libraries.
Yeah,
yeah.
even here, kind of like with my parents, we just live on the other side of the street of elementary school, so kind of like there is always something of very of
And also Gemini degree rules with elementary school.
yeah.
Elementary
So
school.
kind of like there is always something what prominently resembles, like that position of my fourth house on Gemini degree in Virgo, and
Wow,
that,
yeah.
that repeated wherever I moved, wherever I go, and here where we live, we have kind of like two, kind of like just here, like two entries from our building. There is a bookstore on the other side. There is a library, and there is kind of like next to bookstore. There is a huge bike shop. That's another
Bikes, Gemini again, Gemini degree.
like symbolic.
When we are renting this apartment. When I went out the first time, when I saw two bookshop, library, all Gemini degrees. And when I saw a bicycle shop, I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
It is
Wow.
her fourth house, 27 degree, the degree of Gemini. Gemini
Um,
rules with libraries, with books, with bicycles.
Yeah, and
amazing.
Okay.
because Nikola likes my fourth house more than his, that was my job to find an apartment.
Yes,
Ah,
I have Saturn. I have Saturn square Saturn in my fourth house, square to the sun. So if I choose the apartment, it won't be a good one. Because Saturn is not in good aspect and not a good planet. So
yeah.
I tell her, you will find an apartment for us, and this apartment is great. Fantastic. Okay. Just
Amazing. So when you have a difficult house, a planet in your horoscope, you can ask someone else to do it for you. This way you avoid.
yes, bravo.
That's a
Yes,
great
yes,
point. Yeah.
yes.
Wow.
When we have this knowledge, we should be wise.
Yeah. So we can
Wise
avoid the
using this
difficult.
knowledge for the benefit of all of us. And also, her ancestors, were all very, very educated in the last, how many, 100 years?
Yeah, more than 100
Yeah,
years.
you can tell a story
Okay,
about
so kind of like studies that first kind of like Serbia is a small country, and it was not kind of like so developed, like let's say like Austro-Hungarian Empire or Germany or something. So it was on the margins of kind of like European happenings, and this was country of peasants,
Mhm.
and
it. It
yeah,
used to be.
used to be a country of peasants and kind of like with the low education rates. And somehow in my family, in like last 5 generations, mostly kind of nearly everyone was kind of like highly educated, starting from my great grandfather, who was even minister for education, and
Wow.
my grandfather was lawyer, my father was doctor. I have a lot of professors, school teachers, and people who write books. And
Because of this
So
Gemini
all
degree.
of them, in the last 100 years,
yeah,
all of them had completed some studies.
studies, yeah, and
Where did they study?
mostly they would go to study in Vienna or to Paris. Those are kind of like two
Sorbonne.
yeah, Sorbonne, or I don't know what is the name of university in Vienna, but a couple of them went there. And what was the very peculiar for that time is that actually kind of like females in my family been educated. So
Excuse me, why females? Because Mercury, the ruler of the fourth house, is in the sign of Cancer.
Cancer.
yeah,
Cancer
Women.
of females. Yeah. And it was very rare, not only for Serbia, for Europe, from
Yeah.
all the world, that somebody is 90-20s, complete studies in Vienna, woman.
Yeah, for example, my great grandmother, she was born in 1875, and in Vienna she finished some school for schoolmasters, and she was a schoolmaster of school for nice, it's called like female arts in Kragujevac,
Uh-huh.
what is kind of like central Serbia, and it was kind of like very rare at that time. So kind of like, her sister was a professor of calligraphy and painting. So kind of like they all traveled a lot, and what was
In
kind of
that
like
time, tell a story about your relative that went to
yeah.
Mont Blanc.
Okay, so kind of like generation of my grandmother, like her sister, she was professor of French language, and she traveled throughout Europe and even hitchhiking in 1920s. And my grandfather's sister, she was professor of mineralogy and
Wow.
history, and she was flying over Belgrade in planes. It was just when First World War was over. So kind of like there is a history of that very independent, and I don't know, should I use the word feministic females in my
Yeah.
family, but kind of like really very
And
individual
look,
females.
the cusp of her fourth house ancestors is at the 27th degree, the degree of Gemini. Gemini likes to learn and read. And
Yes.
Mercury, ruler of the fourth house, is entrined to Jupiter in the ninth house. So all of them, were highly educated. Because
Highly educated.
yes, Jupiter rules with high education, and it is very strong in the ninth house, the house of foreign countries, and the house of studying.
High education. Yeah.
They all went to study in Europe.
Yeah, and other things kind of like significant about my fourth house are that because I lived in a house with that kind of like big, like kind of like social group of my relatives, neighborhood would always come to us, and it was kind of like living in community. So I always had that feeling that I was grown up as a child of community, because there was like relatives and neighbors and very vivid and constant interaction with people around.
And that's Gemini. That's the Gemini degree that
Yeah.
Yes,
describes.
fourth house, where we live at the degree of Gemini, so neighbors like to come at our home.
Amazing.
And her father was a doctor, and most of neighbors came to us if they have some problem with health.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he was kind of like always I mean, that was, like a different kind of country at the time, but people would simply come and ask, and he would kind of like talk with them, give advices, and at the same time, kind of like my father, he had three brothers, and everyone lived there around, and they have been all passionate about their cars. So they would run kind of like, and that was their hobby. It was not really business at all, but they would kind of like fix up their cars. Even they had been building their own cars, and the
Wow.
neighbors would come and they would build cars together, get a little bit of medical advice, and kind of like it was very strange surrounding for growing up. But I think that it was lovely. So
Yes, it
It's
was.
super Mercury, super Gemini. Everything is
You know,
so
fourth
Gemini.
yeah,
house, the degree of Gemini, they used to come to fix cars there.
Yeah, wow. And the
yeah,
father was Dr. Virgo as
yeah.
well.
And kind of like even as a girl, I was kind of like fully trained because I have one sister. I mean, from my same parents, and she was kind of like girly girl, and I was tomboy. So I was fully trained to do car repairs and panel beating and spray painting. So that was all kind of like part of my, like boyish upbringing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
fourth
her
house.
fourth house parents is in the sign of Virgo. They learn her to work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they told
Okay.
me how to work.
And almost the whole sign of Libra is also in the fourth house. What does it mean? Everywhere he lives,
She.
in every home, she has lots of art.
uh-huh.
Yeah, I always have kind of like a lot of painting and sculptures and tapestry and everything, because kind of like I like to be surrounded by nice things. So yeah,
Nice.
and a lot of those things are part of kind of like family heritage. So not something that I really buy, but what is kind of like passed from generation to generation, from parents to us.
Okay,
Wow.
and because she has so significant family, they are all very well educated, and their life stories are like in movies, because she has Mercury in trine to Jupiter. Jupiter is the ruler of movies. So I told Leah that she should write a book about her ancestors.
Yeah.
Why
Wow.
to write the book? Because she has fourth house at the 27th degree, the degree of Gemini, to write a book.
Yeah,
Um,
and kind of like I'm really planning of doing that, because there are so many stories, and it would be really pity to lose them and forget them. And for example, I love story of my grandmother, and I have her name, that she gave birth to her last child, like during Second World War, and she was in hospital and she contracted sepsis. At the time, that was completely deadly. It was 1943. And then my grandfather, who was lawyer, he sold a house and he bribed a doctor from German doctor from German hospital, and he got antibiotics that did not exist in Belgrade at all, only for military purposes. And she was administered those antibiotics, and she was the only one of like 10 or 15 females from that maternity ward that she survived. So
wow.
yeah, there are many
Amazing.
stories like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and tell the story about your grandpa and his houses.
Oh yeah, like that same grandfather who was a lawyer. He had,
He was the best lawyer in Serbia at that
and
time.
he was kind of like doing real estate law mostly. He did not do criminal cases, but only kind of like that what is connected with the properties. So he had beautiful house on a hill above Belgrade called Zvezdara, what means kind of like observatory hill. And when he built that house there, there have been only two buildings there. One was observatory, and the other was his house. And that's one of three highest points in the city. So when Germans came over, they nationalized that house from him, and there was a kind of like a German military commander of Air Force was in that building, and he lived there for, I don't know, as long as war was not over. So once when Germans left Belgrade running, my grandfather, he went in and he found kind of like house in unrecognizable condition, because it was full of super expensive furniture and super expensive, like oil paintings and all art stuff. And even there
That's
was one,
Libra.
yeah,
Yeah, Libra. And listen this.
but yeah, grandfather was lawyer, Libra. And kind of like he even there was a painting of Rubens.
Can you
Oh
imagine?
my God.
He found
Yes,
painting of
of
Rubens
Rubens
there.
there. So, but because he was lawyer and he was orderly man, he made a list and he listed everything what he found
He
inside.
made the list because the fourth house is at the 27th degree, the degree of
Yeah,
Gemini. He made the
Making
list. I mean,
mistake. Yeah.
yeah. So kind of like he made a list and he kind of like he was diligent in that he wanted to be honest. So he gave that list to the new Socialist Republic of Yugoslavia, like a ruling
Wow.
party. And of course, they took it and they stripped the house completely. They took everything to
Oh
their
my
private.
they
God.
also took Rubens.
Yeah, they took Rubens as well.
Wow. Wow, amazing. And it's all seen by your fourth house.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
But
Can you
I have
imagine?
my fourth house on the degree of Taurus in the sign of Taurus, and all my ancestors were working in the fields, peasants with nature, is growing
Yes.
food,
Yeah.
and Taurus rules food. So they were all like, I remember my grandparents growing food, and that's how we ate because we didn't have money. So my grandparents would bring the food to us and from their villages. And that's for generations past. But amazing how it shows very strongly. Just
Totally works. But tell them what did I told them that your first job was to
Yeah.
write film, movie review.
Yeah, because that was at the time when I was a student, and as a student, I studied film and TV production. And then I wrote every month. It was monthly magazine, and my job was to make interviews with film directors, film reviews, and to list independent cinemas in Belgrade. Like screening times and repertoire.
And at that time, Serbian and Yugoslavia movies are very, very good.
Yeah, that was kind of like different time when it was ex-Yugoslavia, and there was kind of like a lot of movies on the market. And I mean, situation was much more kind of like alive than now in that part of art.
and that's seen from Sagittarius ruling movies on your sixth house of work, on the 15th degree of Gemini,
Yes.
which is writing. Amazing.
But what did you do later when you went to Australia? What did you do there?
Okay, so in Australia, I worked in animation. I worked in a company called Joran Gross Film Studio. That was the biggest independent animation studio in Australia, and I was a production manager producing Saturday. It's called like Saturday morning cartoons. And then I stayed in that area for some other companies, and then I transitioned to 3D animation for international company that had a studio in Sydney but a head office in United States.
Yes. But listen this, when we go to faraway country, if we put in charge our 12th house, because 12th house represents very far away countries, and her 12th house is in Gemini at the degree of Gemini 15, and there is also the ruler Mercury, and Gemini, the degree of Gemini Mercury rules with animation movies.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So Sagittarius is movies, but Gemini is animation because it's moving, moving
Yeah.
pictures. Yeah,
And
Gemini
as
is moving.
she has Mercury in trine to Jupiter, Jupiter are movies, Mercury animation movies.
Yeah. And
Ah,
and
wow.
basically kind of like I ended up going to United States through green card visa lottery.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
And she got visa lottery because Mercury to get papers.
Yes,
And
in
he
the
tried
12th.
to Jupiter to be lucky.
Yeah, and that happened exactly when that year when Jupiter was uh, transiting. Jupiter came to my natal Jupiter.
Uh-huh.
So exactly then, kind of like I got immigration papers, and but kind of like two lucks go together. The company that I worked for in Australia was actually American company, so they gave me I got papers through lottery, but they gave me intra-company transfer. So I had job waiting for me in Los Angeles when I landed. Like I already had job there.
Wow.
And
And
when you have the ruler of sixth house in the ninth house, you can easily change countries by work.
yes, ninth house is foreign countries, sixth house is yeah, sixth house is work. Amazing.
And my kind of like experience of United States was amazing. I really love United States, and I love California where I lived. And yeah, that's it. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, you have Jupiter in the ninth house of foreign countries, so you're lucky there.
Yeah, and my Mercury is on 14 of Cancer, and the United States Sun is on 13. So kind of like I really feel that I like at home,
You
So.
know, and she was my client,
Yeah.
and she met me on internet because I was mentioned in some American site. Huh?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
Mountain Astrologer.
Yeah,
Had
Mountain
Nikola
Astrologer.
Oh, the
listed.
Mountain Astrologer. That's my
Yeah,
favorite astrology
yeah,
magazine. Yeah.
they listed Nikola among their section called Our Favorite Links,
Yes.
and there was his contact
Okay.
there.
And she found me, and we did the reading on Skype. And when she came here in 2010, when we saw each other, and I told her that she will get divorced, and that after that it was her second
Marriage, yeah.
marriage, her ninth house, and after that she will have kako se kaže, kratku vezu koja je,
Short lasting relationship.
yes, lasting relationship, and the guy asked her to marry her. She said yes, but later she said no. It was her 11th house,
The
and I
third
thought
marriage.
that the fourth husband will be the best for her. I didn't know I was talking about myself.
The fourth husband is shown by the first
Is the
house.
first house. Because, why the best? Because she has the sun there.
The
And
sun.
I told her it would be someone very successful. And
Wow.
the sun is also at the 25th degree, the degree of Aries. Good looking guy.
Number one. And it's in Cancer, which means from her own country. Someone
Yes.
from the.
And I told her that she would be back from America when she met this guy. And now she's here.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wow, you can see everything from this.
Yeah, he re-imported me here.
Wow.
She's trying for her America. And I have the Saturn at the very ascendant of America. I don't like that country.
That's
I'm
all.
sorry to say that. I have Saturn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I mean, American people are great, but what they do in politics is not great at all. Okay. No.
Thank you so much, Leah, for sharing all this and sharing your chart with us. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I hope that you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you, Leah. Okay. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it was interesting to public. Huh?
Yeah, I found it very interesting how much you can see from one chart, from one house with no planets
Yes,
even.
with no planets, so many details, and people should try to observe their chart, and that is the way how they should learn. They should watch each cusp of the house, and they also should know what each house means.
Someone asked if you can say for each ascendant on each degree what it can indicate.
Oh, it is a very good question. Listen, what is also ascendant? You will not find that in books. Ascendant is what we first do when we wake up.
Ah.
Because when we go to sleep,
yeah,
it is our 12th house. But waking up is ascendant, the cusp of the first house, because
yes.
the sleeping is stopped. We are waking up. So ascendant shows us what we do when we wake up. What is also ascendant? When we took photo, photograph is ruled by Neptune. Okay, but when we took our photo, when we do, for example, selfie,
Yeah.
it is our ascendant. So the pose we take, our pose is now our ascendant.
Yes.
And listen, my ascendant is in Virgo, and I gave so many interviews. And when you give interview, they also send a photograph. They want to have your pictures and to put that in papers also. And all of them ask me, all photographs want me to sit at my desk with my computer and with chart on computer. because my accident, my photo,
Mhm.
when they are taking my photo, is in the sign of Virgo. Virgo is my work, you know.
Yeah, to show, to
and
demonstrate.
and all of them ask the same, you know. They ask me to sit at my computer to open up some chart, you know, like I'm
Working.
analyzing chart. They I got bored with that, you know. Okay, so but listen, if somebody has accident in for example in Taurus, he likes to be shot in nature in some park,
Mhm.
hugging the tree, you know, or
Yes,
with flowers, you know,
yes,
or in the kitchen while preparing lunch, you know,
yeah, to be.
or while singing, you know, Taurus. Accident Gemini, while they are walking, you know, while they are in the street, while they are driving car, you know, they will
Yeah,
take selfie, you know,
and
or
that
they will.
that matters for the degree as well. If it's on the second degree of
Yes, yes,
Taurus.
yes, yes,
So,
yes,
guys,
yes, yes,
when Nicola says Taurus, it also means the second degree and the other Taurus degree, which is the 26th degree.
yes.
Okay.
And also, when accident is at the degree of Aries, you know, um, what does it? They people like to take pictures while they're doing some sport, you know. They are
Yeah.
running, they are, you know,
Or
playing
maybe when
basketball.
they wake up, they go and exercise.
Yes, 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 yes. They jump from the bed, you know. They're full of energy.
They jump. Yeah.
Yeah,
With
yeah, yeah.
Taurus, they wake
And
up and they
also,
eat.
don't quarrel with them in the morning because they will like to quarrel.
So the first degree and the 13th degree
And the
ascendant don't,
25th, and
and the
25th
25th
also.
are all Aries degrees. So don't fight with them in the morning. The second
Yeah.
degree is Taurus. They might eat in the morning.
Yes, they must eat, you know. They will not go out, they will not leave the house. They have to eat something, and it's good for them. Their body need it.
Yeah.
And they will also check the where they put money and do they have enough money for that day, you know. They will look at the wallet, you know. Yes. Okay,
Gemini.
and they will think, what should I eat today? What should I cook today, you know?
Ah, yeah.
When
Taurus.
they, yes, when they wake up, you know.
Uh-huh.
Okay, okay. Accident at Gemini degree, third, 15 or 27, you know. They will turn on TV, you know.
For me,
Or
I have this. I go on Facebook. The first thing.
yeah, or they will go on internet, you know,
Yes,
or they
that's
will
the
take
first
their
thing.
mobile phone, you know, to
Yeah.
see if there are some messages or something like that. Or and they will start talking, you know, from the very first moment they are awakened.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I go
And
on
are
the.
you loud? You know, your accident is at the third idea of Aquarius. Aquarius means to be loud. Are you
Oh,
speaking
really?
loud in the morning?
I always speak loud. My husband thinks I'm always
And
shouting.
do you make noise in the morning when you wake up?
I don't think I wake up with a noise, but but I start talking immediately.
But we should ask your husband.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, good. So accident in a sign of Cancer, in that the degree of Cancer or in Cancer, they drink water. When they wake up,
Mhm.
they like to drink water.
Uh-huh.
You know, or they will go to if they live with, for example, with mother, they will go to visit mother in her room. Is he waken or you know?
Yeah.
Okay. And they will talk to all members of family, you know, if they live
Uh-huh.
with other members, you know,
Yes.
because cancer is a family, and they will start thinking what should they do in the house that morning, you know, because cancer rules with our house. Okay. Or
Yes.
they will call mother, you know, you have some people that are waking up, and if they don't live with their mother, they will took a phone and call her early in the morning, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the accident is at the Leo degree, the fifth, 17 or 29, um, they will start when they wake up. They will start thinking what nice they will do that day. You know, where should they go out somewhere? You know,
Yeah. Where do I go
or
out? Yeah.
yes, what fun they will make that day. You know. because ascendant of Leo like to live, And also, if they have children, they will go to see their children in the house,
Yes.
or they will call children, if they live somewhere else. So
Yes.
ascendant Leo, and also that's it. Ascendant at Virgo degree or in the sign of Virgo. Virgo degree is 6th and 18th. They will, when they wake up, they will start thinking what should they do that day. They will start thinking about their job
Yes,
from the very
exactly.
first moment when they wake up, And they will also start thinking what should they wear because Virgo rules with what we wear,
Ah, okay. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. What should I dress, for today? And they will start thinking about that. And if they have pets, they
Yes.
will, when they wake up, they will go to their pets too.
Yeah.
To dog, cat, or bird, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I have one friend of mine. Her ascendant is at the 6th degree of Pisces,
Mhm.
Pisces rules with night, and Pisces rules with being alone, hearing the silence, So she wakes up very early in the morning while it is still night,
Uh-huh.
and her ascendant is at the 6th degree, the degree of Virgo pets, She
Yeah.
likes to be alone with her pets early in the morning. Crazy.
Wow. Wow.
And everybody else in the house is sleeping, still sleeping. So they like to wake up very, very early. They like to be alone when they are awake. Ascendant in Pisces, or
Alone.
at the degree of Pisces. They
Early
want
in
to
the
hear
morning.
silent when they
So
are
12 degree, 24th degree of
yes, or
Pisces. You want
Pisces
to
or
be
Pisces.
alone. You want to wake up early, and
Yes, ascendant at the degree of Libra, 7th degree or 19th degree. They will like to eat something sweet in the morning because
ah,
Libra rules with chocolate, honey, or something like that. They will
uh,
like to eat something sweet, and naturally they will. If it is a woman, she will start thinking what to wear to look nice.
yeah. Or maybe talk to their
And she
partner.
will do makeup, First
Yes.
thing, she will go to bathroom to do makeup, Yes. And she will go to husband or partner, naturally.
Yeah.
And she will like, to wake up together with partner.
That's, I think my husband's ascendant must be, it's in Libra ascendant, but must be on the 19th degree because we always wake up together. He never can fall,
Yes, yes.
he never can stay asleep if I even open my eyes. So that,
And also, my Leah has ascendant at 19 degree, I like to sleep. I'm Pisces, and she likes to wake up earlier, So many times she wake me, because she likes us both to be awakened in the same time,
wow, that's exactly my husband. Absolutely. And he even gets upset if I wake up before that because he wants to sleep and he says, now I can't sleep. You're awake. I have to be awake with you. And that's very Libra. Yeah.
Yes, Libra,
Libra
Libra,
degree
Libra.
and Libra. But you
Yes, she
can use
likes.
this for rectification to find the exact time of your.
Yes, yes. So this degree are one of the great importance of this degree that you can check every cusp of the house and you will easily find the exact time of birth. That's what I do.
Yeah, because I was wondering if I'm second degree or third degree ascendant, but I never like to eat when I wake up. I never eat
Yes,
that Taurus.
you're
I
third.
go on the internet, I talk, I check emails. That's what I do when I
And
wake
look
up.
what you do. Your ascendant is your first choice, consciously or subconsciously. What do you do? You have internet astrology
Yeah.
webinars. You have internet site. That is your job. That's
Wow.
what you do. That's what you like to do. That's
Yeah,
what you want to do.
Aquarius, astrology, third house,
Yes,
media,
internet. Yes.
communicating. Yeah. Okay, so Scorpio or
Scorpio.
the
Or
eighth
when we
degree
wake
and the
up, hey,
20th
listen,
degree.
Scorpio ascendant or a degree of Scorpio, 8 or 20. They like early morning sex.
Isn't that every man?
Yeah, no, I don't know, but they like it. The best
Yeah.
sex for them is early morning sex.
Yeah.
And when they wake up, they will immediately go to toilet. Scorpio.
Scorpio's toilet.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. That's
Okay.
good.
And that's it. And yes, and they will start thinking. Scorpio likes to take other people's property. Everything that belongs to others. And Scorpio rising and ascendant at 20 or 8 degree, 8 or 20 degree, they will, who has money problems, they will start thinking, where they will find money for that day, for example.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
From
okay.
who? From who
From
they're gonna?
whom? Yes. Okay, 9 degree or 21st degree. It is the degree of Sagittarius. Okay, what they will do? They will start philosophing.
To
Uh,
philosophize.
yeah, they will start to. Or they will, when they wake up, if they have time, they will watch some movie.
Ah, yeah,
No,
Sagittarius.
they will not just get, if they have time for that. They will not just jump from the bed. They will turn on TV and watch some movie. They want to enter the day. Maybe they do that during weekend.
Hmm.
Yeah, when they
Yeah,
have time. Okay.
yeah.
Good. So they will lay in bed and watch some movie.
Oh, think
Uh,
about philosophy. Think
yes,
about
yes, yes. And,
ideas.
and when they like to take photo in some foreign countries when they travel. They
Uh-huh.
will took millions of photos.
Brilliant.
Okay. And they will put it all on internet, on Facebook or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Ascendant in at the 10th or 22nd degree of any sign, or in the sign of Capricorn, the Capricorn degrees, they will be very slow. Capricorn is to be slow. They will not be in a good mood.
Uh-huh.
They will start thinking about the problems.
Uh-huh.
And they will be very lazy. Very slow.
Uh-huh.
They will not be in a good mood when they wake up.
Oh, okay.
They're not in a good mood. We should avoid them then. And they also need time to enter the day.
Hmm.
Okay.
Capricorn slower.
Yes. And they will start thinking what might be the problem that they will meet.
Yeah.
Because Capricorn rules with problems. And they will be depressed. When they wake up, they are depressed.
Oh, that's the worst way to wake up.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
serious.
yes. Okay, ascendant at 11th and 23rd degree, the degree of Aquarius, they will wake up earlier than they should. For example, they should wake up at 7. They will wake up earlier because Aquarius rules earlier.
Uh-huh.
So they will
Faster.
wake up quarter to 7, before clock.
Uh-huh. Ah,
And whenever they go, they will come before the time they should come. For
yeah.
example, when I have clients here in Belgrade, and when somebody comes, for example, half an hour before our term,
Yeah.
I know, I just tell them that they should come on time. And I will not receive them, before. And I knew in my head that they must have ascendant at degree of Aquarius, or they must have Uranus in the first house.
Ah, yes, yes.
Yes. And I'm usually right.
And then Pisces, we said they wake up early and they like to be alone.
Or they will wake up much earlier, before sunrise,
Mhm.
or they will like to sleep much because
Late.
Pisces, the degree of Pisces 12 and 24, or Pisces ascendant, or they all like to sleep very much and they will wake up because they have to, but they will be very sleepy, and they will need much time to enter the day.
Uh-huh, Pisces, sleepy. Yeah.
Yeah, they will sleep. Or they will wake up much earlier. They will
Mhm.
wake up in the night.
And by seeing how you wake up in the morning, you can see exactly if your time of birth is correct
Naturally.
or no.
And also, ascendant Pisces, they don't like to take, to have pictures, to take photo. They will try to avoid it, or they will hide because
Uh-huh.
Pisces rules with hiding.
Okay.
Or the photo will be something will happen. The photo
Blurred.
will not be, yes, it will not be good.
Yeah, the 12 and the 24th degree, that is, yeah, of
They
Pisces.
will try to hide, if 5 people want to take a picture, they will be behind.
Someone is asking, people keep asking about the 29th degree. Is it special in some way? Does it?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It is also special degree. It
Okay, because we didn't finish then the special degrees. We
yes,
went
yes.
to the
Sorry, sorry,
22nd.
sorry, sorry. Yes, 29 degree is the degree of clairvoyance, or
Ah,
is very very strong intuition,
okay.
or if somebody is astrologer or something like that, that person gives lots of correct predictions.
Oh, I have Uranus in the 10th house on the 29th degree.
Yes, yes.
Uranus astrology, career.
My MC is at 29 degrees.
Hey,
It's the same.
did we cover all the special degrees? The second, the fifth, the
I'm investigating some other degrees. For example, I will tell you, a degree of Taurus is very bad because it rules with black magic. But to my
Taurus in particular.
8, yes. Because I have noticed
Why
in many
only in
charts.
Taurus?
First, I noticed the Taurus 8 degree.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm investigating other 8 degrees.
Okay.
So, for example, my mother came to me and she told me that she thinks that the girlfriend from her son is doing some black magic.
Mhm.
Because he can't quit her. He's crazy about her.
Obsession. That's
Yes,
Scorpio.
obsession. And I took the chart of her son. And he has the 5th house at the 8th degree of Taurus. And I saw
Okay,
that in many
girlfriend.
charts. Yes, girlfriend doing some kind of magic. Yes.
For people in Western countries, this will sound very weird because they don't do magic, but in Eastern Europe, this is very, and in the Balkans, this is something we do.
I'm not doing that, but I know that many people do that. I know that because I can see that in my clients' charts naturally.
But maybe they're not doing black magic. Maybe they're just very obsessive when it comes to, because of the Scorpio degree, some obsession. And
So the 8th degree of Taurus is not so good, very bad. I have noticed that in many charts, really. And one very good friend of mine, he was a very nice guy. She was writing poetry, working in some bank. And a very good friend also. Everybody likes him. And suddenly, he started changing, and we were all wondering what was going on. And he went to war. He was peaceful guy, and he went to war and he died dead. And many people say about him that he acted at the end of his life like he was under some magic. And his accident was at the 8th degree of Taurus.
wow, 8th degree obsession,
Yes,
black magic.
yes. And what did he do? He destroyed all his poetry he wrote. He just turned it down. He
Scorpio
destroyed,
distraction, 8th
yeah,
degree.
destruction.
Yeah.
But everything about him, he didn't distract other people. He distracted himself. And I was also thinking that he was under magic. Because black magic. Uh, Okay. So, I'm thinking that every 8th degree of each sign might rule something like with the black magic or something like that. And also, I wrote that in my book. The 12th degree of Capricorn gives great fortune. But I will not tell you more because you will find it in my book that will be out I think, in 3 weeks' time. Okay.
Capricorn.
12th degree of
12th degree of Capricorn.
great
Great
fortune.
fortune.
Yes.
Is a star, the fixed star of
I
wealth?
have a client. He has the 8th house at the 12th degree of Capricorn, and he inherited, about 37 buildings in Belgrade. Can you imagine? 37
Oh my God.
buildings. He's rich. Very very rich guy. He inherited
Wow.
8th house to inherit
Uh-huh.
12th degree of Capricorn.
Capricorn. Loads of things.
37 buildings at a very, very expensive place, parts of city,
Yeah.
So
Wow. So these are the special degrees: the 2nd, the 5th,
yes,
the
yes, yes.
15th, the 18th, the 22nd, the 29th, and 12th and 8th degree.
8 degree of Taurus and 12 degree of Capricorn. Yes, yes, yes.
Ah, okay.
And there is also, but it wasn't my invention. It invented my colleague. I respect her very much. The 13th degree of each sign. She found out that the 13th degree of each sign gives the fight at any cost.
To fight at any cost.
Yes, 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 and to win at any cost.
That's Aries degree.
Yes, yeah. She noticed when she first time she saw the movie The Lord of the Rings, the third part.
Yeah.
And she did a chart of the movie when it was on TV for the first time here in Serbia, many years ago. And the accident of the beginning of presenting movie on TV was at 13 degree of Leo. So in that movie, the new king came.
Has to win at any.
And yes, and they had a great fight.
And they usually win. They must be winners
Yes,
because it's 13 degrees Aries.
Yes. So it was her invention. Okay.
Someone is asking, do countries have degrees, like say Serbia, what degree, or it's not by degrees? That
it's not by degrees. It's each country was born in some sun sign. But Serbia, for example, is Capricorn. In genetic chart.
Yeah, so is Bulgaria. Yeah.
Yes. And ascendant of Serbia is in Taurus. Here when you come to Serbia, everybody will say the food is fantastic. People here like to eat very, and we also have very, very nice food. Very.
But
nice.
you need to. You can't say for each country because each country has a different.
And people here like singers. Singers here are very popular.
I know that for Serbia, it's all about music and good food.
Yes. And Capricorn, we are opposite to everybody.
So are Bulgarians. A kind of pessimistic as well.
Yes. Okay, you can hear people in the street, just talking about problems.
People are asking, what's the best degree for marriage?
The best degree for marriage is Libra degree.
7.
But you can't ask for a degree, the Libra sign is the degree is also important,
Yeah.
Libra is to be in marriage, so.
And so
my Leah didn't want to divorce the second husband, not because she had a good marriage. No, it was very bad. But she didn't want to divorce because her ascendant is at the degree ascendant, Libra ascendant, 19 degree. So she will, people with 19 degree or 7 degree will try to stay in marriage, they will like to be in marriage. It will not be important is the marriage okay or not.
Yes. Okay.
So if somebody wants to have only one marriage, they might try to have the chart of wedding at the 7th or 19th degree. But if they have in their chart that they will divorce, they will divorce.
Yeah.
In natal chart.
No matter how much they're trying to.
Yes.
So, sorry, someone is asking about higher education, university. That would be what sign and what degree?
University is the sign of Sagittarius, and the degree of Sagittarius 9 and 21st.
Yes, because this lady was asking, she wants to study philosophy, so she has to look for 21st degree, 9th degree, and Sagittarius.
Yes. But she also must to look at her 9th house, the house of studying.
Yeah, if it's okay. And someone's asking divorce degree, Uranus degree.
Uranus, 11th, and if somebody has the cusp of the 7th house, if that is the first marriage, At the 11th degree of 23rd, they also must divorce one day.
I
They
have the
will
Lord.
have to divorce.
I have the Lord of the first house of the seventh house on the 23rd degree. So my
So you
first marriage,
divorced.
yeah. So even the
So
Lord,
you
if you look
divorced
at the,
twice. You did it twice.
so you can look not only at the degree and the house, but also the degree of
Yes.
the planet.
Where is the ruler? So,
Yeah.
I mean, for example, did they speak of what will bring divorce? Did they talk about that in the last interview?
You
No,
can
I
say
didn't.
again. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Seven,
we
se-
didn't.
what gives divorce? Seventh house in the sign of Aquarius. Uranus in the seventh house. Okay. The ruler of the seventh house in the sign of Aquarius. The ruler of the seventh house at the degree of Aquarius, 11th and 23rd. The ruler of the seventh house square to Uranus.
Wow.
Uranus divorce is attacking the ruler of the seventh house.
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
And
square
not
opposition.
only square, opposition is also bad, and conjunction of. So if you have the ruler of the seventh house in conjunction, in opposition or square to Uranus, they will divorce. Okay.
Absolutely.
And Uranus in the first house, because the first house is in opposition to the seventh house, it might also give divorce.
Yeah.
And people who has Uranus in the first house, they will be the first one to ask for divorce.
Okay, because they initiate it. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And people are saying, is there a way to see how many marriages you have? How do you know how many marriages?
If you have planets, the first marriage is seventh house, the second should be 9, the third should be 11, and the fourth first. And if you have planets in these houses, you will have, for example, 4 marriages. Because
Wow.
planets represent a person.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Do you understand? So if you have seventh house, if in your seventh house there are indicators that somebody will be divorced, and if you have planet in the ninth house, that is the second partner. 11th house planet, the third one. In the first house, the fourth one.
Yeah. And you look only at the normal planets up to Pluto.
All planets.
Yeah. All
Yes,
planets.
from Sun to Pluto. Yes.
Oh, amazing. I didn't know that. That's very interesting.
But listen, for example, what I say to young people when they come, if they have divorce, and if they have, for example, if that is a woman or girl, if she has the sun in the 11th house, the sun represents the best man for her. And if the sun in the 11th house has also good aspects, I'm telling her the third husband will be the best man for you.
Yes.
So the third one will be the best because there is the sun in good aspects. Sun
Yes.
is, the man.
But if the sun is in bad aspects, it's no.
He will be the best for her, and it will last maybe 7 years. And after that, he will not be the best.
Yeah, with the
But
bad.
he will the best of all because it is the sun.
Yeah. Wow. So people saying if there are no planets in the 9th or 11th house, there will likely not be second or third marriages.
I should look at the chart, but
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that they will not have marriage,
Yeah.
Doesn't mean.
Yeah. Do you look at the
But
notes?
if they have planets, they must be married.
People are asking, what if you have a child with someone, but you're not married? Is that count as a first marriage?
Yes.
Okay, as long as there is a child there.
Yeah, if there is child, and they should also live together for a while,
Okay, so that even if they're not married, if they live together for some time,
It is in astrology, it is marriage,
if you live together, even
Yes,
without
yes.
like signing.
Yes.
Okay, I must be
It
on
is
my
also marriage, It's also marriage.
Yeah.
Yes. When you start, for example, somebody has a boyfriend, and when they start talking about marriage, you're activating your seventh house.
Not the fifth of boyfriends.
Yes. Boyfriend is just to have fun, to go out. But when they start talking about living together and have a child and be married, they activate their seventh house.
Ah, okay.
It's
Yeah.
not then it is not the fifth house that it start to be a seventh house, you know.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Interesting.
So
And
listen. For
yeah.
example, look at the chart from Anna. I will
Okay.
explain you. I will explain. Did I do it? Just a moment. Uh, do you see the chart? Hello?
No, no, I don't
No,
see it.
you don't. Oh, wait.
Someone is
Let's.
asking what degree shows a wealthy spouse. Second degree, Taurus,
Yes,
and
yes, yes, yes. Taurus
26
degree,
degree.
Taurus degree, Taurus
Yeah,
degree.
26 second degrees. Yeah.
Okay. So let me see. What did I do? Do you see
Here it
the
is.
chart now?
Yes.
Yes.
Honestly.
So listen, this girl Anna,
Mhm.
her seventh house is at the 27th degree of Sagittarius, and Jupiter in the 12th house at 21st degree. So her seventh house is in the sign of Sagittarius, and Jupiter at the degree of Sagittarius. So she met a guy who lived in some foreign country, and
Uh-huh.
he asked her if she would marry him and go to live with him in some foreign country. You know?
Yes.
And she said yes at the beginning, and later she said no. Why no? Because she has the moon in the sign of Cancer in first house. And she said, I don't like living abroad, you know. I like to live in my country because the moon is stronger than this Jupiter.
In the 12th. Yeah.
Yes, in the 12. She was afraid, to be afraid, 12th house, how she will manage to live in some foreign country. You know? And she said, I will stay at home. You know? So this guy just went abroad and she stayed in Serbia. Because
Oh,
she has the moon in the first house. First house is what we like, you know, moon in Cancer, to live in our country.
yes, to live in our country.
So she said yes to him, but later she said no. You know.
So this counts like first marriage.
Yes.
Ah,
Because
okay.
she said yes.
And if she gets married again, do we look at second marriage or do we look again?
And her second husband was ninth house, you know.
Uh-huh.
And her second husband, she divorced him because the ninth house is in the sign of
Okay.
Aquarius, you know. He was a teacher in the school, you know. The sun rules with teachers.
Yes, because you said Leo rules high school.
Yes, and Leo and the degree of Leo and Sun rules with teaching, you know, to be a teacher, to be a professor.
Uh-huh. And Sagittarius rules higher education, universities, and
Yes.
Gemini elementary schools, right?
Elementary school. And the fifth house, fifth sign rules with high school.
The fifth one.
And the 11th house rules with a master degree, you know. 11th.
11th is PhD or something.
Yes, PhD. 12th
So
house is doctorate, to be a doctor.
so masters is 11th and 12th is
To be a
doctorate.
doctor, yeah, doctorate.
So a PhD or something. Okay. So you have to look at degrees of Pisces for PhD.
Yes. So people who like to learn and has a very strong 12th house, they will doctorate one day. You know, they will be doctors, you know, or science.
Wow. And if you have a strong Aquarius or 11th house, that's more like a master's degree.
Yeah, they will do master. And look at this chart. You know, this is the chart of Saint-Exupéry. He wrote famous book Little Prince.
The
We
Little
all
Prince, I love it. Yeah.
Yes. One of the most famous books, you know, in all literature. Okay. Look
Yeah.
at his chart. His ascendant. He was a writer and he was a pilot also.
Uh-huh.
His ascendant is at the third degree, the
Uh-huh.
degree of Gemini. So he liked to write and he liked
Yeah.
to fly also. Why to fly? Because Mercury, ruler of his ascendant, was in trine to Uranus. Uranus is to fly, you know, to be in airplane.
Yeah.
So he was a pilot, Mercury trying to Uranus. Uranus also rules with his sixth house, the house of job, yes. And
Jeffrey.
he was also a famous writer. Why famous? Little Prince is one of the best books ever written.
Yes.
Many people in the world had been reading that book. Okay, so his book is one of the most important and one of the best books ever written. Okay, why? Because Mercury rules with books. Yes,
Yes.
is at the second degree. You know,
The best.
the best, one of the best. You know,
Yeah.
and look how he called his book. The Mercury is somebody small. You know, a child. It is little in the sign of Leo. Leo rules with kings, but
Yes.
prince, you know, little prince.
Wow. Yes. Children is Mercury. Leo is Prince, the little prince.
Little prince, you know, a queen before he becomes a queen, he is a prince before that. When he was a child, he was a
When,
child, you know.
yeah, before he becomes king. And he becomes famous with that, Leo.
And he, you know, Mercury the second degree. So his book is one of the most famous books ever written.
And Mercury rules books, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Little Prince, Mercury, little in Leo Prince. Crazy.
Amazing. You can see everything here.
Yes, yes, yes. And look, Leah, we'll go back to Leah chart. You know, she has Mercury in trine to Jupiter. So, and she doesn't have to work. She has enough money, but she can't do nothing. You know. And I told her, why don't you open printing? You know, why don't you print books? Why? Because she has Mercury in
Books.
trine to Jupiter. She can even make money doing that job.
Publishing.
Yes, publishing.
Jupiter.
And
And the ninth house.
she has published one book already, and she will publish my books. Why? Because she has Uranus in the third house at the Regulus.
At Regulus, the fixed star.
Yes, you
Why?
know,
I don't understand.
Regulus, Uranus is astrology, you know.
Ah,
And,
Uranus is
and
astrology.
Regulus, you know, it will be one of the most important books, you know. So,
Wow.
and she will print my books.
Wow. So she's
And
doing the
listen,
publishing now.
yes, yes, she's doing that. And listen, her firm is called Nine Horses Journey. Why? You know,
Horses.
horses. Listen, journey is Mercury too. Mercury trine to Jupiter. Jupiter rules with horses. In the ninth house, nine.
Nine. Oh, that's how you came up with the name.
Yes, so we push the energy, you know.
Ah,
I,
ninth
I,
house horse journey.
now I'm using my knowledge. So I told her that the name of her publishing house should be Nine Horses Journey, just to push the good energy, you know, from her
So
chart.
you're saying that we should take the best aspects in our horoscopes
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
work with
So,
them.
you know, Mercury are books, Mercury are journey, trying to Jupiter in the ninth house. Nine Horses Journey.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
It's like doing magic.
No, it's not magic. It's just using the knowledge, nothing else.
Karen is asking, can you please address suicide degree? What is the suicide degree?
I don't understand. What do you mean,
Uh,
my side degree?
The suicide is to kill yourself. What degree can indicate that you can kill yourself?
It is I understand. Suicide. It is the degree of Aquarius, you know. If somebody has, who will probably make suicide? Eighth house in Aquarius, Uranus in the eighth house, the ruler of the eighth house in the sign of Aquarius,
Mhm.
the cusp of the eighth house at the degree of Aquarius, 11th on 23.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Yes.
perfect.
Okay, okay. And I have done so many charts of suicide people, you know, who did it. So
Wow.
yes.
People are
And
asking what
and the ruler also, the ruler of the first house in the eighth house at the degree of
uh-huh.
degree of Aquarius, 11th on 23rd.
Wow.
They will suicide them. And look what the suicides are, Aquarius and Uranus, you know, and the degree of Aquarius. What do they usually do? You know, they jump from very high. They
Uh-huh.
jump, you know. Uranus is in the sign of exaltation in Scorpio. Scorpio rules with rivers, so most of them jump from bridges into the rivers
Wow.
because Uranus to make suicide is in the sign of exaltation in Scorpio. Scorpio means rules with the rivers.
Wow.
And also, what is crazy, I can't imagine doing that. Uranus rules with trains, and lots of suicide people jumps under the train. Because Uranus is to make suicide. Uranus rules with trains, and also there are lots of pilots, nowadays that
Uh-huh.
they are driving their airplane and they want to make suicide.
Lots of astrologers
No, no,
to
no, no.
kill themselves. Uranus.
Do you know that I know nobody from that
No.
story?
I know many divorced astrologers. For some reason, astrologers
Yeah,
get
yes, it's
divorced.
normal. It's normal. It's normal. Yeah, it's quite normal for astrologers. But look also one about the 15th degree. I have a very bad, very good example. What
Okay.
happened to? I will just a moment. Do you see
Yes.
this chart?
Yes.
Do you see? Listen, this is the chart of my student.
Hmm.
Her sister and her best friend went to the seaside, and on the way back, they all died in a car
Oh,
accident.
oh my God.
Sister and her best friend. Her sister is third house. Yes.
Yes.
Look the degree, 8th degree. So
Eight.
it might mean that her sister, might end up her life earlier when she was young. It is in the sign of Gemini to be young.
Eighth
And
house is for 8 degrees, the Scorpio degree there.
yes, yes, yes. In the sign of Gemini rules with traffic, with
Travel.
traveling.
Yeah.
And where is the Mercury ruler? In the sign of Pisces at the
Uh-huh.
15th degree, very bad degree for traffic.
Yeah, accident.
And who also died in that car accident? Her friend, best friend. 11th house is our friend. Where it begins in the sign of Capricorn. Where is the ruler? Saturn is in the third house, the house of sister and traffic, at the 15th degree. So what we have in this chart, the ruler of third house, sister, Mercury at the 15th degree, exact square to Saturn, ruler of 11th house.
Wow.
So her sister and her best friend went with car to the seaside. Why
Next.
seaside? Mercury is in the sign of Pisces. They went
Yeah.
to sea.
Yeah.
And when they were back, the planet that describe when we are going back somewhere, it is Saturn.
Return.
So on the way back, on their return from the seaside, they were driving by night. It was night because Mercury is in the sign of Pisces. They
And
were
Mercury
driving
rules
it.
the third house, journeys.
Yes, yeah, Johnny and sister, and they both died. Because both of these planets are exact square to one each other.
Yeah. Wow.
So because as exact square, Mercury 15 degree of Pisces, Saturn 15 degree of Gemini, they both die at the same moment. Because of the exact square.
Exact square. Yeah. Wow.
So I have lots of charts like this. 15 degrees really not so good. So my student, she didn't die in car accident, but her sister and her friend died
Wow.
because they were together. So
Yes.
energies of these two planets worked together and they
Yes.
died.
Exactly on the same degree.
Yes, yes. Okay. So 15 degrees is really bad degree for traffic.
We have to be careful. People with such degree.
Yes. They should be careful while traveling by car or something like that. They
Good.
should be
There are no
careful.
15 degrees here.
No, me too.
We want everything on the 5th degree and on the 2nd degree.
Every time we make them scared. But
Yeah.
that is astrology. Astrology, Uranus has its exaltation in the sign of Scorpio. So we must.
We have to talk about this.
Yes, we
Yeah.
have to talk
And
about
dark
these
things.
things. And people should be careful, you know. When we have bad solar chart or bad transit, stay at home, don't travel anywhere.
Yeah, when you
Really.
have difficult transits, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People
You
are
know,
asking,
listen this, me and my ex-wife and child, she was a child then, should go to the seaside, you know. And I was looking at the transits, you know. We want to go, for example, in 3 days' time, you know. I said to my wife, I don't want to go now because Mercury has very bad aspects, you know.
mhm,
And Mercury is ruler of my ascendant, my ex-wife sun sign, and my daughter's ascendant.
yeah,
And
and your
so
doctors,
you can't travel with bad Mercury, you know, because that planet rules with all of us, you know. So I said to my wife, we should go 10 days later, you know.
yeah,
And what happened, you know, in the country where we went to seaside, there was a terrible car accident, you know,
uh-huh.
and 20 people died, you know.
Oh my God.
And my wife came to me, kiss me, and tell, "Oh, thank God, you are an astrologer," you know.
Wow.
Because we should travel, but we didn't. So
Yes,
just when you have this knowledge, just be careful. Take care of yourself. What can people do? You know?
yeah. Wow. So you can avoid some difficult things like that.
Yes, we can. If we are, using our knowledge, we can. You know. But
Mhm.
the cat has 9 life. Cat doesn't have 10. So we can't avoid it all our life. Something must happen, one day.
Yeah.
So,
People
but it
asking
is.
how to find the exact time of your birth, but we gave an example just by waking up, the ascendant degree.
Yes, yes. What we are doing, yes, yes. But they also should check up their. They should buy my. They will buy my book, okay? And I know that. And they should use my theory by looking at each cusp of the house.
Uh-huh.
Each cusp of the house must be at some degree that give the picture from reality.
Yeah.
For example, if the third house is at the 10th degree,
Uh-huh.
that is the degree of Capricorn. It means that people who has that in their chart don't like to ride fast. They will ride. They will drive their car slowly.
Uh-huh. Third house is driving, Capricorn is slow.
Capricorn they get slower. They will take care. But if the third house is at the 11th degree, the degree of Ferris, they will drive very, very fast.
Uranus, Aquarius.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So just explore every cusp of the house, and people will find easily their exact time of birth. It is a game. It is easy to find when you
But it's
use my degree
but
theory.
but most people don't know what rules what, and I don't know. Like I didn't know that suicide is Uranus and Aquarius and all those things. Like
But
you have,
okay, then we can teach them.
yeah,
No
maybe
problem.
we can do a webinar where we talk only about what each planet rules, what each sign rules with
We,
different.
we can start with sign and degrees, because they
Yeah,
are similar, very similar.
yeah, sign
We
and
can do
degrees.
it. We,
Yeah,
we can do it, no problem.
yes, because there's so
You
many.
know,
Like
we can't teach them in 2
I
hours
know
everything.
exactly.
It is
Yeah,
not possible. And
yeah.
they will need time to think the way we are thinking now.
Yeah, guys, you have to go over and over this video to
Yes.
understand it and to,
Yes.
to
And
start
they
to.
will they will also read the articles. I have more than 60 articles at my very old site in English, so they can read it.
Yeah.
There are lots of good examples
Well,
for
that's how I learned through those articles, basically.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Just
I will
reading
publish
the
book in 3 weeks time. So
Yeah, it's you're
no
almost ready
problem.
now.
It is, it will be ready, I think, in 2 weeks time.
Yeah,
There are lots of job, with
yeah. Well, I think we've been. Uh, it's two and a
Are
half
there any?
hours.
Yeah, yeah. Are there
Yeah.
any more interesting questions or?
Someone says, would, for example, 28 degrees 55 minutes be close to the
Yeah, yeah.
29? Consider the
No, no, no.
29
It is
degree. No,
28. Just look where the degree. Don't look
you don't
minutes.
circle. Yeah.
So if the planet is at 29:00 minutes or 29, 59 minutes. It is 29.
Yeah, it has to be the same degree. Yeah. People
It must
asking
be the
about Chiron. Chiron. Do you use
no,
Chiron?
no.
No.
What's that?
Just use the normal.
I
It's
even don't know what's
Chiron.
that. Ah, Chiron,
Chiron.
I don't. Chiron is a healer, you know. If
Yeah.
somebody has Chiron at your very accident, that person will heal you. Just, just make friend with that person.
Yeah. Okay, he'll be.
That person must not be a doctor, you know, but the energy of that person will heal us. If
Yeah.
somebody has Chiron at the very accident, or at our sun, you know, or at our moon or Mercury.
Hmm.
Chiron is
Okay.
healer. Okay,
Yeah,
so
healer.
you know there is no orbis at degrees, you know.
And people are
So
asking about the north node and the south node. Do we look at the degrees?
yes. I use south node. North node is like Jupiter. South node is like Saturn.
So it's good. North,
Yes,
south node is bad. North node is good.
yeah, that's it, you know, and that's it. And
That's it.
south node is to lose something, you know. For example, one of my clients, she had the sun, father, in her fourth house, father, in conjunction with the south node. In that year, she lost her father, you know. He died.
In the solar arc, you mean? In the solar
Yes,
return
solar.
chart.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
sun was in conjunction with the south node, you know.
I also have seen many people with Venus conjunct the south node, they get divorces. So they lose their partner.
Yeah, they lose their
Mm.
partners. They just go away.
Yeah, that's my ex-husband had it. I just
But
went
it is,
on.
you know, it is much better to lose the partner than a kidney, because
Yeah, Venus is
Venus rules with kidneys.
it's better to lose a partner than a kidney. Yeah.
You will find
That'd be
another
great.
partner.
You can find another. We can't find another kidney.
Yeah. I'm joking. Yeah. So
uh,
planet. When we observe, you know, what degree is planet, only look at the degree, nothing else.
yeah. And if it's retrograde, look at the next degree as well, where it's coming from
Yes.
as well. So use
So
both
there are
meanings.
two meanings, you know. So, yeah. Okay, good.
Someone says if Uranus is the lord of the seventh house in the fourth house at 23 degrees, what does it mean for the
Oh,
fourth house?
it means that later in life, fourth house is later in life. The second part of life, they will get divorced.
Later in
It-
life, they'll get divorced. Yeah, Uranus and
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And
Ah,
listen,
okay.
this, they will divorce, and the partner will not like to go out of home because he will be in your fourth house. The partner will say, "I will not go out."
I'm keeping the house.
You can go. Yeah. You can go out. I will not
Oh,
because he is in the fourth house.
in your house, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Nikola, for this.
Okay.
We learned so much again. We're looking
I,
forward for what new
I hope I
webinar.
was clear enough. Huh? Yeah.
Well, people need to know some of the astrology to understand it, but I said it in the
Yes.
course. So, guys, I explains in the description that you need to know houses and you need to know aspects and you need to know signs. But I think we should do a webinar on the meanings of signs and like what
I
they
have
rule.
to tell you, I remember one of my friends, and he was my client, and now we are friends. He has accident to take a picture, you know, take a selfie. In the Gemini at the third degree of Gemini, and Mercury, ruler of his ascendant, is also at the third degree, you know. So too much Gemini. And I asked him, do you like when you take a photo, you know, do you put your fingers in front of you? Oh, he said yes. And and I explained him why he's doing that. And he told me, you know, that he was wondering why is he doing that, you know.
Yeah, why he
Because
always
every
puts his
time
hand.
they put fingers, you know, Gemini in front of him, you know. Crazy.
I always do that when I take pictures. I make
Yeah,
signs with my hands
you,
because I'm
your
third
ascendant,
degree.
yes, third degree, Gemini also, yes. Gemini fingers.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Crazy.
It is like a game. If you know your rulerships, what rules what, it's great. What
Yes.
the cats ruled by, people are asking.
Excuse me, what?
Cats. What are cats ruled by?
Cats are the sun, and the
Leo.
sun, Leo, and ascendant Leo.
Okay, and dogs are Cancer. Okay.
Cancer and the moon, yes. And birds are Mercury, and the sign of Gemini and the degree of Gemini.
Someone says, what will make someone always have their eyes
You know,
closed in
lots of
photos?
Americans like to have a dog, you know, because America,
Cancer.
yes,
Yeah.
Cancer. You know.
Yeah, my husband has his son on the dog star in Cancer, and he's always had dogs. So someone's asking if someone is always asleep on the pictures, always eyes closed.
Ascendant in the sign of Pisces, or ruler of the ascendant in the 12th house, or ascendant in the degree of Pisces, or the ruler of ascendant in the sign of Pisces.
In the sign of Pisces. Amazing. Well, thank you, Nikola. I'll be looking forward for you to come with an idea for the next webinar, because I think they're learning so much just by listening and learning what rules
I hope
what,
so.
and just all those examples are so much fun. So thank you so much, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon again.
Okay. Bye bye
Bye bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye bye.